Well, Peter, what time it is?
It's train time.
Episode 42,
42.
June 2024, Season 4.
Yep.
Well, welcome, guys.
Yes, and we've been busy on the CMR up top.
Yep. Now, usually during the summer, model railroaders are busy on the outdoors.
Cutting grass.
Yeah, or rail fanning.
Yep.
Not much get done into the layout. For us, it's to the contrary. We work on the layout a lot, and we'll bring some update on that probably
A little later. Couple more episodes.
Yeah. So today, make a little change on our schedule, and we will be honoring Railfanners.
Railfanners, yes.
The one who take the beautiful pictures and they took video.
Yeah, we've received a lot of rail fanning material, so
Might as well use it.
we're going to dedicate this segment to the rail fanners. And
Matter of fact, we won't have the usual photo of the month or view from above and that type of thing in the same orders, because they would be all mixed up, for the whole show.
Yeah.
So what you will see is a lot of pictures with credit due to the person who took the picture.
Yep.
Let's go see our rail fanning adventures.
enjoy.
Well, you've been busy on the Rocky and the Selkirks.
Yes, and you've been busy on the steel mill.
Yep. I got, matter of fact, the first step of the steel mill complex, which is the coke retort and the gas, all the gas that are supplied from that. I'm starting right now to do the rotary dampers,
Right.
which is part 2.
Right.
The whole thing, technically, Peter, is conceptualization right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everything there is no tracks per se that are aligned for the for the steel mill yet.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the track and then after that trying to do the building, well, we do the building, adjust the track, and consequence the building.
Yeah. So we have our clearances.
Yes, and some view that I had before about having a total lift out and then put it back on and so on, I kind of changed a little bit my mind on that because of the way that I will change the angle of the buildings. Because some of the track we will not have seen, probably will not have used anyway.
Right.
So this way we can do a lot of maneuvers, which is not huge maneuvers like when we do some other switching on the layout.
Right.
So.
And it goes in tune with we had an episode on conceptualization.
Yes, it does.
And we've gone through the whole concept. You and I have kind of thrown ideas back and forth.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the final concept, and it could still change a little bit.
Well,
but
as far as I noticed, Peter, about everything we conceptualize, we get halfway into it and suddenly we see something would be better and we tweak it.
Yeah. And that's something that our viewing modelers should keep in mind, that even though you start off with an original concept, don't be afraid to make adjustments as you go along.
Well, to me, somebody can spend years making a plan for his railroad, and I personally could bid at that, or bet at that stage, that when they will build it, a lot of things will change.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it never goes as planned. There's always a little thing somewhere that's got to be changed. It could be on the tracks, could be on the buildings, could be a lot of things. And sure, if you don't have no sceneries, you can do pretty much so what you want.
Yep.
But when you got in mind to have the scenery, have the operations, and then having the layout as per se, just for a run around to rail fan on the layout, you got a lot of things to take in consideration here.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how much planning you do sitting in an armchair.
And it's everywhere on the layout. I mean, even where I'm working in the Selkirks and the Rockies.
Well, yeah, just see the top of your head.
It's getting a little cramped in there, but we've kicked around a lot of ideas there, and now it's slowly starting to take shape.
And then we use a mirror.
And then we put the mirror in there as well.
But with the mirrors, the way we use it, you cannot see yourself into it.
No.
But you can see a projection of the mountain keeping on going, would give you forced perspective, but you can see also the village from a different angles that would be there, So we didn't want to have getting at the end of that aisle in there and starting to do some videography, and then you see the camera and you see the person behind the camera, or when you're beside it and looking at it, then you can see yourself in.
Right.
So there we had to play with angles.
Yep.
So the mirror was not part of the initial plan.
Right.
It came in the minute we started to do the whip.
Yep.
So that's another example of when you conceptualize, you will keep conceptualizing till at that point you do the scenery, the final scenery.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
And we got some very, very good report, Peter, on what has been done right now.
Yes. Yep.
You know, somebody made a beautiful comment on our video in regards of the village and so on, and the quarries. So thank you very much for that comment, Roger. And
We've had visitors. We've had your relatives.
Yes.
We've had Chris from the old Selkirk Club came out one evening to visit,
yes,
and we've got a few more lined up.
yeah,
My brother and his wife are coming, and you've got 3 sisters coming in the fall. So
yes,
in
and
September. So.
as you're saying, you're talking about Chris who came and see us. Well, the Shins lumber in the Burton Falls is named after Chris, matter of fact.
Right.
But we also have to announce to people, maybe you have known the guy, the death of our friend Cameron Gifford.
Yes.
He died. He was 59 years old from a heart attack. So he was a member of the same club that Peter and I were in.
Yep.
And that happened about a week and a half ago.
Close friend of John Gravelin, and
Yes.
So our thoughts go out to the family. You know, it's a tough time.
Well, you know, as we getting older, and many modelers are like us, are getting older too, it seems we lose a lot of friends along the way, you know, so they're taking the last train to heaven. So one of these days we'll be on that train too. So anyway, that was the show this month. We hope to see you in episode 43.
Yes, and
You know, in
send
July.
us comments. We're always open to comments. We like to see them.
And feel free to go to our Facebook group. And for the next show, it would be also a special show for during the summer, which would be about the Alberta Train Museum.
Yep. Alberta Railroad Museum. Yep.
So folks, have a great summer.
Yes.
Have fun. Keep modeling. Keep
Absolutely.
rail fanning. And we see you in the next show.
Okay. Take care.